Self-love, brother self-love.
Hey, brother self-love, yo.
Brother self-love.
What camera? Hey, I love you.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to me.
Hey everybody, it's your girl E.
And this is your guy JR.
And this is
For all the adults, man. Welcome to the adults table, where we sit at the adult table and we talk about things that switch the narrative and inspire change.
Without tearing each other down, but lifting each other up. Man. And this is episode 10.
Diaz.
The final of the season.
Yo, man.
The final of the season. The finale.
Yo, I'm heartbroken. I'm heartbroken, but we'll be back. We're
going to be back. We got to take a break.
We got to take a break for the summer.
Yeah, because
we
got to control.
Summer break. And this episode is about something that I know, you know, and you know who knows.
You know who is crazy.
Yo, I'll give you.
Yo, let me do it.
I'll give you.
Yeah. I've been thinking about this intro since like March.
Okay.
Like I've been planning it out in my head. Like so this is a manifestation.
Okay.
Like, okay. All right. So yo, today we have a special guest.
All right, he ain't that special.
Right.
He all right though.
He hot.
But
listen, you may have seen him in the Bahamas. You may have seen him on a cruise. You may have even seen him at Barcelona, Spain. Or at Kraken Wednesdays. We have John, run a tight ship, McBride.
Yeah.
A tight ship is definitely.
Yo.
If y'all know us, y'all know John, and John's always around.
Yo, John's our manager, yo. Like, John really be holding shit down, yo. Like, John be holding it down. Like,
yo, Mr. Hold It Down so you can't drown.
Yo, it was really, like I told you, it was John's idea for us to do seasons, like, cause he knew. He knew. When we was like, what we do? He was like, nah, y'all should, cause y'all probably should have, like, that's how y'all get your material. Like,
it's just creative thinking, you know?
Yo, a toast to John. Oh, yeah, we got a sponsorship. Tres Agaves Tequila. Yeah, we finally here now. We're finally here. Yo, we need to add them on this episode too. I forgot. Yeah.
You can find them in the notes.
They got a shirts and all of that. I'm just sponsoring it today, so you know, if you want to get sponsored, you know, there's a paycheck that comes with it. A little fee.
Yeah.
For now, but when we get up there, it's over.
Hey, yo, 10 cents a minute.
Yo, 10 cents. Yeah. Hey, yo, I can do that. I can do that. For now.
You start off small. Then you graduate.
Yo, a toast to Tres Agaves for the sponsorship. Yes.
It's bad luck to toast without anything in your cup. I drunk it before.
You want some?
You can pour it. Yeah, pour it. All right, just a little bit. All right. Yeah.
You'll be all right.
All right. Yo, what?
Yo, happy summer, yo.
Yo, happy summer.
The first day of summer.
Yeah.
When is the first day?
Today.
Oh wow,
it's
lit.
We've been outside before the summer. I was thinking about that. I was like, the summer ain't even hit yet, and
we've been out of control. We out of control, and we got a brunch this Sunday.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Bottomless mimosas.
Bottomless. It's a whole lot of food, though.
I'm there. I'm there.
Yo, and that's self-love.
Yo,
and that's self-love.
I can't agree with you on that one.
Well, John, tell us about yourself. Just tell us about. We're gonna take a back seat. Go off.
Yo, what is self-love then, John?
We gonna go now. We want to know about me, or we gonna know about self-love.
Let's do both. Like, talk about yourself and then talk about what self-love is to you.
I am self-love.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, how can you talk about self-love and not talk about yourself?
Yo, I am self-love. It is what it is. Yo, I'm self-love himself. I'm him. Go into it, but I'm just going to leave it where it's at. But
So everybody seeking self-love is really seeking you?
Shoot.
Ooh. Hey, ladies, and I know you
Yo, guess what? I'm gonna just say this one time. Ain't nothing. It is what it is, yo.
All right. So in that same fabric, John, besides it being you, what is something that you do to give yourself self-love?
See, I didn't even think about that.
Oh.
But you know what? I give myself time. I give myself time, and I allow myself to just think about everything whatever I do. So if I have to cut myself off from everything for a quick second and just kind of handle myself mentally, or whatever I'm going through, even if I am going through something, then I'll just take some time, think about it, and then address it. So
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I would say when it comes to self-love, like you got to figure out where it's at.
Oh,
You got to figure out what you is where you like where you short changing yourself, or where you coming whatever your shortcoming is. So you got to figure out where it's at, and then you got to deal with it. Don't be scared to deal with yourself.
Yeah. Wow. Type shit McBride. Type shit McBride. Yo, one thing I will say is about John. Yo, this dude has discipline. Yo, his discipline is cool.
Because I was about to say, is all that intentional? Like you're intentionally doing this.
Yeah.
Wow.
I already like if I get into something that's like it's too much for me.
Yeah.
I know it. I might kind of ride it a little bit, but then I'm like, all right.
No Diddy.
Ride it out.
Okay.
All right. I say. And I'm like, all right, see, I'm just filling myself out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I still have to do that. I know myself, but then I'm like, this is something also new for me too as well. So I'm doing it, and then when I'm like, oh yo, this is too much. Right. You gotta cut it off. I cut it off.
Yo.
That's it.
Just like,
I don't
like that. Just like that.
Yo, Deadpool.
Just like that.
Yo, this nigga Thanos, yo.
Yeah,
Yo, you really got all the Infinity Stones.
Hey, yo, cut my hand off and grow a new one.
Yo, so all right, let me ask you this question, right? So could this be part of self-love, or like is this a path towards self-love? You know how you like start dating someone and you like want to get to know them and stuff like that. You don't say, yo, I really love you. I want to treat you this way and this way. I love you, because it's like, is it the same way of getting to know yourself? You need to learn how to love yourself in that way. Like it's like kind of like you're dating yourself. Yeah, like you need to learn how to be loved by yourself.
You do gotta learn it. I think we ignore it. We ignore ourselves. Everybody think they're like, oh, I know myself, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, but I just feel like regardless of where you at and what you think you is, but I feel like a lot of people shortchange themselves when it comes to a lot of things. We ignore it instead of facing ourselves head on. If you can't look in the mirror and say, hey yo, like I know what you're doing, you ain't doing it. Like if you can't call yourself out and say, hey yo, this is crazy. Then,
that's it. Okay, I agree with you.
But I think a lot of people think of self-love is like physically, like a physical thing. And like, oh yeah, I'm going to take myself off. I'm going to go look nice. I'm going to get my hair cut. I'm going to get my nails done. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. But what about the inside, yo? I think that's what matters the most. The inside, that mental part of actually self-loving yourself.
I think you're right.
Can you say to yourself like, hey yo, damn, I'm a good person and I do all this. Like, can you self-check yourself?
Mm-hmm. Can I challenge you on this? Because I don't believe in good or bad people in general. I think people are just people. So, like, you know how people are like, yo, I'm a good person. Like, I do this and this and this. You also get a reward out of everything you do. I don't care what anyone says. Like, either you get a reward out of feeling good for something that you did. So does that make you a good person, or does that make you a selfish person? Because you're doing it because you're getting a good feeling out of it.
I feel like if you in my opinion, I think if you're gonna do something, you shouldn't expect any rewards.
Right.
You should just do it out of the kindness of your heart.
Right.
I just feel like the people who do stuff for a reward, they're not doing it. It's not genuine.
Yo, self-love, man. Yo, Mr. Self-love himself,
yo. Hey, you know, it's funny that we started off, like, our first episode was Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And it was about
a lack of self-love.
Yeah, it was about the lack of self-love we felt for ourselves.
Yeah.
The lack of self-love that we felt, for the people that we were supposed to love, and all of this. And now we're talking about self-love, because that's where it really starts.
I'll say this too. I mean, I think a lot of I've been following y'all. What y'all got going?
Yeah. Yo, follow it.
So like when it comes down to, you know, loneliness, dating apps, friends with benefits,
to be a silent.
grief, a lot of things. Self-love is always in all of that. So this all ties in. This is a perfect exit episode. I'll say this.
Yo.
Exit. Whoa. Postponed episode. Like, this is
finale.
Season finale. Yeah.
You're not exiting.
Yeah, like we grew up. Like, I feel like we grew up.
You gonna step back in the chat room after the summertime.
Hey, yo, true.
Right,
We back at. Hey, yo, who you talking to?
Yo, I'm just saying, like, you know, self-love.
I feel like we grew up. Like we grew up. Like by the end of the season. Like this really is a season.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't think about that. Shout out to you. You had the idea. John had the idea. Yo, he self-loved the podcast.
Yo, that's crazy.
The podcast self-love me.
Yo. Yo, he might be at the end of each season. Yo, we gotta bring John back at the end of each season. Yo, at the end of the season, John always coming back.
Yo, he
really a review manager. Yo,
you really him. Yo.
How did we perform this year? Yo. So when it comes to like self-love, like when is it too selfish, or when is it like when do we get the confusion of like selfishness versus self-love?
All right, so I like that question, and I don't think you can never be selfish with yourself. So I'll use an example. My cousin called me selfish because, hey, yo, John, you doing whatever. Like, you know, you should like settle down, get a girlfriend, have kids, whatever. I'll do that shit when I'm ready. So I'm literally just saying that to the fact that, you know, how, as she say, I'm selfish with myself, but I'm not. I feel like the person that comes and you worthy enough.
Worthy is crazy.
But you know, all right, no, you but no,
that's spicy.
But you know, it's true, because if you value yourself, and you can be selfish all you want. That's for anybody. Anybody can be selfish with themselves,
right?
But at the same time, it's like, well, I'm about to give someone my time, and you know, it's a waste of time.
True. You might before I ask questions, I want to know if you're okay being vulnerable in front of our audience. It's okay if you're not, and I won't ask those questions, but it's totally up to you.
All right, I mean, what camera y'all got on? I mean, I just look into the one. I'm a vulnerable guy. Hey, yo. I'm an open book. If you want to know, I'll tell you.
Yo. All right, Mr. Self-Love.
Yo.
When is a time in your life when you felt like you weren't giving yourself self-love, like at all? Actually, you were being reckless with yourself. Do you know a time in your life that you were like that?
Being reckless with yourself is crazy.
That is. I'm trying to think about that because I'm not a reckless guy. I don't know. I can't answer that. But I will say this. I'll go back to when I was in not even high school. I go back to middle school because I feel like that's where.
That's farther.
I know. Yeah, but that's, you know, life experiences shape you to who you are when you're an adult.
True.
Mm-hmm.
So being an adult is something that kind of goes back to background. And I think when I was in middle school, middle school, it was one of those things where I was like trying to figure out who John was and what John, who, like.
That's important.
Yeah. And I think that's where it was for me, because I'm like, you know.
And that was in middle school that
it
you
was
trying to do that?
Hey, yo, I was trying to figure this out.
Yo, he was ahead of his time, yo.
Mr. HIL,
He was ahead of his time.
I just wasn't understanding.
Did you do that like just intentionally, or did somebody tell you?
No.
Well, you can't spell John without O-N, and he's on. And he's on.
So I was like trying to figure out why I wasn't fitting in with everybody else.
Right.
To me, it wasn't working.
Right.
And then everybody like, oh, he's shy. I wasn't feeling that. Like,
right.
I don't want to be this shy guy sitting out in the corner.
Right.
No, for real, what I'm doing is I'm scoping the scenery out. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. But people didn't understand that. And I think that's how I am to this day. I'm like trying to figure out what's happening in the room. Right. Who can I come to? Who am I going to talk to? But that's just kind of where I came from. Like, you know, middle school was like one of those things where I'm like trying to figure out where would I fit in.
Yeah.
Yo, I had a family who was phenomenal. They made me feel, you know,
but
everything was there.
Fit in. You wanted to
everything
fit in.
They did everything they were supposed to do. My family loved me.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, all right, well, it is what it is. They love me, so I'm trying to figure out how would the people outside of my family view John. So then I went out to make friends. I mean, middle school, it was like, all right, I had friends, but I'm like, all right, fuck it. Like, they wasn't.
Yo, this middle school John old as fuck. This middle school John old as fuck.
Middle school John was a grown ass man.
It really wasn't. It didn't stick. But then when I got to high school, I'm like, all right, cool. That's when I was like, let me figure some shit out. Let me figure out who is really going. Hey, yo, hold John down. Like, who's going to be like, who looking for John?
Yeah,
they don't like you.
Who's looking for self love?
Hey, yo.
Yo, John is out of control.
Yo, he keep trying to do that laugh for the ladies.
Hey, yo, I'm potting.
Yo. They not like us, yo.
Yo, he is the perfect person for this self-love. Like, he know. Like, you know.
So you're in high school now. What's going on next?
So high school, I'm like, hey, yo, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I got there. But then I'm like, I did meet 2 good friends that kind of like gave me that good boost.
Right, right.
Am I going to shout them out? I ain't shouting.
Nigga, I know who I am. I know you ain't got to shout me out.
Hey, yo, exactly.
Yeah.
But I had 2 good friends. One was James. Oh, JR as they call him.
Oh, yeah, that was one of them.
That was one. Then it was another one. It was a girl. She was also pretty phenomenal too. Yeah. And they both they don't know because I never had to like sit down and talk to them. But I would say this, hey yo, I'm being vulnerable with the community. All right, cool. I'm gonna turn to the camera over here.
Said the community.
But they helped me realize like, hey yo, John, you're a decent guy. And I'm like, wow. Oh, shit, I'm decent. All right, cool. But I had to cut those motherfuckers off for like a summer or 2. I did.
Me and John was beefing before. Me and John beefing before,
yeah. Somebody off. He do not play.
I did not answer my phone the entire summer. And then came back to the school year. I was like, hey, yo, what's up?
Yo, John is diabolical, yo.
No, I don't think that was
yo.
It's for stuff like that. Like, yo, people need days. Like,
John said he did not answer the phone the entire summer, and then came back and said, "Hey, what's up, you guys?"
I did pretty much. Pretty much. Wow. That was me recognizing. I like, hey, yo, y'all stressing me out, yo.
Yo, y'all
stressing me out.
As you can see, if you can just cut it off. Like you could just cut it off.
It doesn't mean it's easy.
It's not easy. I'll say that's not easy. You'll think about them. You'll think about whoever, like whether it's a good friend, whether it's a lover, or whether it's family too.
So no one should come in between self-love and you.
No, because if you can't perform anything for yourself, how could you perform something else for somebody else?
I mean,
that's just my question. I'm just like
that's interesting.
You should put yourself to the forefront. Like you should put yourself first. I mean, the person that you're dealing with or whatever friend you're dealing with, then you can give them. They could be second.
But how can you put yourself first and at the same time, care about other people too? Like, because there's instances where sometimes like you have to put somebody else's needs before your own. Like if you're in a relationship or whatever, even in friendship, it's like you have to be like, even though I don't want to do this, this would help and support this person that I love. So,
I mean, balance is key though.
Yeah.
I was about to say that. Yeah.
And that's when you become a selfish dickhead if you don't want to put anyone else before you all the time. That's like, I mean, there's just so much. It's not about doing either or. It's about finding a way to do both, in harmony.
Right.
I do believe what you said is absolutely correct. Like, how can you like be there for someone if you're never there for yourself? Because you know what will happen if you never love yourself. You don't respect your own boundaries. You'll let people do certain things to you, which will be disrespectful,
so true.
And then you'll start resenting them for those things, and your relationships will be hurt from that. Like it'll be a repetitive cycle over and over again. You'll ask yourself this question: why can't I find good people? And the truth is, it's because of you. Yeah. You don't set boundaries. You don't set rules or regulations around yourself. How do you expect anyone else to? They're just doing what they see.
Yeah.
So I 100% agree with you on that.
Yeah, if you don't set no boundaries, then it's crazy. It's just a crazy situation anywhere.
Right.
If there's no boundaries, then it's like
you need boundaries for self-love.
You about to be somebody's doormat.
Yeah.
You about to be walked all over. Hey, yo, I refuse to be that. For
anybody. Hurt people. And so you'll develop a habit over time that like you'll always like be triggered by someone who probably made a very genuine mistake, and you'll view it as everything else that has happened in the past, and you ain't having that shit no more. So you no longer can give grace.
That's true.
This is resonating with me because I feel like when I was for all the dogs, it was all really a lack of self-love. It was a lack of self-love for myself, for my community, for even like the guys that I would go into these little bouts and stuff with. It was definitely lack of self-love. I think I'm coming from that lack of self-love.
You've grown a lot since then.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I feel that because I feel everything that John is saying. Like I feel that. Like we do have to put ourselves first, of course, with boundaries, with intention and all of that. But we definitely have to put ourselves first because we have to be whole and good and happy on our own in order to be in a healthy relationship with somebody. Like I can't search out happiness in someone else. I can't search out self-love in someone else, unless they John.
Nobody can make you love yourself besides you.
Wow.
And that's just that.
And you don't have to like yourself to love yourself though. Like sometimes I don't like myself a lot of times when I do some foolery shit. But I still, John is the one who taught me self-love. Like when I was like, especially when the mental health started kicking in, I didn't realize how wild I actually was.
Right.
Until John put it in perspective. He's like, nigga. Yo, if you have any stories you can share, because this is the last episode, so you can share some. Like literally, like it was insane. And it wasn't until I got on medication, John was like, yo, and I could see it like, yo, I was reckless with myself in general. Like, even though like I had like I guess a threshold for things, but like I was careless with myself and not anyone else. And like it wasn't people who hurt me, and I realized I thought people were hurting me. It was me hurting myself.
Right.
Because I would never put myself in those situations today.
Right.
Never.
Right. Yo, man, we did grow up in this season, yo.
Yo,
we grew
man.
up, yo. We
name
grew up
it. Yo, name it.
Hey, yo.
Yo.
I've been grown.
Yo, he been growing since middle school. No lie.
So when did you identify that, like, and you probably already known this your entire life. When did you identify that like you were giving yourself like self-love, like this is me loving me?
Honestly, being 100% right now, I would say my adult years, not when I was in middle school, not when I was in high school, not even when I was in college. It was like literally after. When, I 20s, you're having fun. You're doing whatever you want to do. You want to have a good ass time. I was having a good ass time. Shit, I was having a good ass time. But it's just one of those things where I was like, hey, yo, like, when at the end of the day, you at home in your bed and you thinking, you're like, hey, yo, my own thoughts is keeping me up. So something ain't right in me.
Yeah.
Ooh,
shit.
that was ooh.
Yeah.
So that was a good drawing.
That's when I started to really think. I'm like, hey, yo, like, this about you. You don't need nobody else. You do what you do, and then you figure out what you got going on. You should be all right. So that's when I started to I just have to focus on me. And if I'm not right, then how can I be right with anything else?
Yeah.
That's where I was at. So that's kind of like where I think in my adult years, I would say like my late 20s, maybe in my 30s. That's when I was like, hey, yo, John, it's about you.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
I will say one thing I learned about you, and like this shit was like, I probably thought about this for like 8 to 9 months about you. Like I was like literally trying to figure this out. I literally thought nothing fazed this nigga at all. And then like it wasn't until I thought about it Like I was like, oh, this nigga just really loves himself. Yo, I was just like, yo, he'll cut people off, like won't talk about it and stuff like that. Deal with it, move on, say his piece, move on, nothing like that. He'll never like just keep circling back over and over. I was like, this nigga's a robot, bro. I was like, yo,
just give me. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'll just bury it in the dirt or whatever. Like, but he'll say his piece, what he needs to say, get over it, like deal with it. He'll literally deal with it head on. Yeah. And I thought this nigga was a robot. No, he's just a great human being. I was just like, yo, that shit blows my mind to the day. That's the one thing I really do admire about you. I'm just like, yo, if there's really somebody who knows how to take care of themselves, it is definitely you, for sure. For sure.
I just feel like anything I'm in, give me a chance to say what I want to say, what I want to say.
That's it.
I'll say it.
Yo.
Hey, yo, I'm an open book, yo.
Yo.
I'll say this. I'm like anything, friendship, relationship, whatever it is. Hey, yo, if I say I got something to say, you listen. That's it. Just listen.
That's it.
And then from there, we just kind of, if it go somewhere, if it don't, it don't. I say what I have to say. I move on from it. I don't care how much I was into it. I don't care how much I was feeling the situation. I'm just like, yo, let me say what I'm going to say. I think I put it out to everybody, whoever. I just say, hey, yo, I want to say this to you. You can take it,
or you can leave it. Yo, that's his favorite.
Yeah. Yo, you just
I just feel like that's kind of where it is. Like I said, I'm open book. Like, you know, if anybody's in my life, I'm just like, hey, yo, this is what it is. I do not like confusion. I don't like inconsistency. And if it's not consistent, then I'm like, hey, yo, I'm questioning it. That's fucking with me.
Yo, don't fuck with you.
Yeah, don't fuck.
You don't play about you.
Yo, Mr. Tight Shit McBride. One thing I will say, like, whenever I bring people around John or my friends, everyone's like, yo, people are attracted to the way that you like care about yourself. I really think that's a thing, yo. I really think people see it and like try to mimic it or try to be around it as much as possible. Cause I'll call my friends and I was like, yo, how's John? Like, what the nigga you call me? Family, friends, and otherwise, like, yo. But I realized like the significance that like when you talk to people, like the feeling that they get from you, you're very, I don't know the word that I'm looking for. I don't want to use the word unique because it sounds like, because I don't want to use that word, but like people can feel the intention that you have on yourself and the intention that you have on them. Right. And I think it's because the intention that you have on yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true. I'll say that. But, you know, I just feel like...
That's
true.
I mean, it is true. But, you know, what I will say, too, is that, you know, for the people that you bring around and then anybody I care about. So, you know, if my sister or let's say you or E, y'all bring somebody around, I'm like, hey, yo, so, like, we talking. But I also want them to know, like, hey, yo, don't play about them. I don't like, the people that I bring into my circle is very, 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 very important to me.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're not, and I'll let you know that. But at the same time, I'm just
like,
gonna
let them know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, he gonna let them know.
It's not.
John will ignore the shit out of somebody.
I will. I will.
So, yo, he went a whole summer without talking to his best friends and then came back.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, what's up? Yeah. I had to take some time.
Well, that's okay. So
I had to pop out and show niggas.
We want to do.
Hey yo.
Certified boogeyman. I'm the one that.
Self-love nigga. He a loving God nigga. Come on, man. Yo. So all right. How do what's something?
You want to keep on going?
Now I was gonna ask him one question. Like, how do you show yourself self-love? Like now, like
now.
Yeah. How did you before, and what has changed now? Besides cutting your friends off for the summer.
Now I feel like I have a good control of, like, you know, whatever it is, whatever I need to do. So now I probably would just, you know, I'll take some time. It's still about taking time. Like you gotta like cut yourself off from a lot of things. And even if it's for a day, like it's still work. Like you just gotta play the background for just a quick second and understand you. regardless. Hey, yo, listen to your thoughts. Write it down, whatever you got to do. But just listen to yourself. Yourself is telling you. Yourself is the loudest thing in your head.
Yeah.
Listen to it.
Well, we got that discussion, yo. We got that discussion,
but
yo.
It's still yourself. Though.
That's crazy to me.
But no,
that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. People who hear themselves when they think it's crazy to me.
Yo, are we about to talk about?
No, we don't got to talk about it right now because that's crazy to me. But go ahead. All right, go ahead.
But no, for real, you're really your own alarm.
That's true.
Yo, you should. Yo, that was like a fortune cookie or something. You're really your own alarm. Yeah. Like, wow, like, cause you already know.
Yo, I just
no, that's real.
Yeah,
yeah.
This therapist once told me like she's like, you already have all the answers that you need, right? Mm-hmm. It's just whether you choose to say them all out or not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shout out to the therapist.
That's true. I am my therapist.
Yeah. Yo, he's self-love.
Right, whatever.
Therapy. Yo.
No, for real. I feel like I know how to check myself.
Yeah.
But I will say this. Can you look in the mirror and like look at yourself for a long time and say something, like say whatever you're uncomfortable with saying out loud, and you say it, it resonated in you, and you just kind of like move forward. Like, can you do that?
Sort of let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wrote this down in my journal, and it was a question I was like, I wanted to ask people, but I didn't want to do it, so I didn't want to ask anybody else to do it. Yeah. It's like, what's one thing you don't want to tell yourself, but you need to hear it out loud, and you got to say it in the mirror? And like, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it.
Right.
I was like, because whatever I'm going to say is going to hurt my own feelings, and it's going to make me responsible for what I got to do.
Dang. Whatever I say is gonna hurt my own feelings.
I know. Damn, I'm about to go. Like, can you hurt your own feelings? Do you feel like you can hurt yourself? You can hurt yourself.
Yeah, you can hurt your own feelings.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I had a joke, but I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let that go.
Yo.
I think a lot of people think like, hey, yo, I know I wanted it. I know I can do it. I know I can handle it. We lie to ourselves.
Because I do you feel like we're wanting everyone else to change? Because we want to stay the way we are. Like I feel like we just want to keep our perspective of how we view the world.
We do.
Yeah, Elsa was right, yo. Let it go, let it go. Yo, man.
All right, but Keisha Cole said it first.
Oh, she did.
She did.
She
said, "Let it go."
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah.
Yo, E, take us into the adult topics because my man John on the road, man.
So for adult topics, there's been this this trending topic that women have been talking about on the internet, and it's basically like, would you rather be like stuck in an elevator somewhere or whatever,
the woods,
or the woods, alone with a man or alone with a bear?
Yeah. And
the issue is a lot of the women are choosing the bear.
Yeah.
That's the issue, and so the men are kind of in another uproar a little bit. Because the women are basically saying that they'd rather be somewhere stuck with an animal, a random animal that is known to kill, than to be stuck anywhere with a man.
And so I thought about it, I got mad about it, and then I changed my perspective.
Okay.
I think what people are saying is, I'd rather die than be hurt again.
Yeah, it's really they really don't want to be alone with their trauma. That's really what it is.
Like a man will, like, if you think every man is the same, like, you don't want that feeling from the one who really hurt you again. So like, yeah, I don't have any emotional attachment to the bear, and the physical pain would only last but so long. So fuck it, give me the bear. But Mr. Self-Love himself.
Yeah, let us know what you think. What you think about that?
I actually didn't get that. What you said.
You didn't get it?
No, not saying I didn't understand it. As in, when I said, when
they
like talking
you didn't,
about
that wasn't your take. What's your take?
I mean, it's crazy that they want to be with a bear that's gonna kill them, right?
Right. That's probably more guaranteed to kill them.
Well, the kill is guaranteed.
Yeah,
the kill is absolutely guaranteed.
But some would say the kill is guaranteed with a man too. That's what,
I was about to say.
What
so
what
they're saying is they rather be with a wild animal than a man that's probably basically they saying men are
killers.
Pretty much bears at this point.
Well, I never thought about that perspective.
It's really saying men is worse than bears. Because
Pretty much.
You just don't. It's almost saying like women don't feel safe with men even at this point. Like, you know, men were originally here to provide safety and cover for women, and women don't even feel safe with men anymore.
So they feel like they can train a bear, not a man.
Woo!
Well, good luck.
I'm just saying that's what I'm getting from it. But you know what? I think that's crazy too, because you know I think all right, cool. So I'm gonna use this topic as to say, you know, a lot of us go for the same thing, same thing, and then we run from something different. So these men that these women are looking at, did you try something different?
Ooh.
I'm just asking.
And you know, that's a yo. I want to ask these girls, how many murderers do you know, like personally?
Right. But it's not just that about killing either, right? It's about the man is probably going to annoy her. The man is probably going to be creepy. The man is you probably going to have to do something for the man. You probably, you know what I mean? Like they thinking about all of this.
Hey yo, it's this thing where, you know,
That sounds lazy as fuck.
We all have our thing that we're looking for. We want this person to have whatever we want them to have, right? We go for a type.
We do.
We all do.
But
Yeah,
then when someone who is doing everything that you want, but there's probably like one minor thing or whatever the case is missing, you just cut them off because it's not right. It's not what you want. You're probably like, I don't know. I can't use an example, but you know, something that's different, we'll probably run from because it's not what we used to.
Yeah.
All our boxes are not being checked.
Right.
And if all our boxes are not being checked, then we're like, all right, well, that's it. Like,
Does it matter? Do you believe it matters if it's like something better or worse? We just still like exclude it because we don't know it.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Like, can we actually move up? Like, if we're still like stuck on something, like, yo, we don't even know, like, up is up, right?
Wow, yeah.
We don't know.
God damn, that could be all of us right now.
I mean, that's
Right,
very
yeah,
true. That's very true. Who's to say? Like, the person that's checking on your box is gonna be everything that you want. It could be something that's temporary.
Man, forget boxes.
No, I'm just saying that's what it comes down to, because everybody they have a list next to them. You see that person, you're like, all right, cool. Check. I don't know. It could be something so minor.
Right.
I think values are more important though. Like, do we have the same values?
I mean, I think people. It's still that list.
That
right?
list
because
follow you.
That list, because you know they have the values, but they don't have something else that's on your list, because it's not just values on your list. It's other things.
And but there's nothing wrong with having a list, but at the same time, it's like, if you keep running to something that's not going to work, then try something new.
I think we as humans have become very entitled. Yeah. I think everyone, because I know people are like, well, women are entitled, but I think everyone is, because to even think that you deserve something, to even think that you have a list. I have this list, and these are the things that I want in a person, and I will have them. And it's just like, first of all, this is a person. It's a human being. Like, so how entitled do we think that we can just have a person, and not only just have the person got to have all this stuff with them too.
Which is also crazy too, because I just feel like, you can have a list, but you're not perfect either. So this person that you got your list for, like, be okay with showing that person, like, hey, yo, my list isn't perfect. I'm not perfect.
Flaws and all.
Yeah.
I have a
But
question.
then it's also like, I'm not about to show all my flaws with somebody that's going to be very.
I understand that. That's true. But do we have a list for ourselves?
That's what, I was about to say. Like, I spoke to an old head one time, and he was like, you shouldn't concentrate on who you marry. You should concentrate on who you are. Like, become the person. Like, become the person that should be married versus looking for somebody to marry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't think someone who really loves themselves and someone who doesn't love themselves can actually work. I don't think that's a possibility. Well, of course, there's always a possibility.
It seems like it'd be toxic.
But I seem like there will be a lot of resentment in that
Right.
situation. Because if I love me and I'm making boundaries and I'm speaking up for myself, you'll view it as I'm always complaining about something. I'm always nagging and all these things. Yeah, you'll come a lot of way, and you'll hate me for who I am, and I'll start thinking about, am I too selfish?
Right.
Am I this way? Am I too much of that way? When I was just showing you perfect balance of loving myself.
Because they don't really have self-love. They didn't find John yet.
It's a hey, yo, it's a way to do it, though. You can't do it in a way that's very offensive. You do it in a way where it's like, hey, yo, I respect myself, and, you know, this is what I view. This is my views. I feel like it's nothing a conversation can never fix.
Yo,
right?
Communication. Yo, I used to think that shit was a buzzword, but now I realize the significance of how you communicate.
It's very important.
It is.
One skill I learned is, like, if you're talking to someone you really care about, especially if it's a lover, hold their hand while you're telling them something difficult. All right, here we go.
My bad, but I'm not holding your hand. But
No. I said all right. You're right. Only if it's a lover. If you're like having a hard conversation with someone, like
lover boy over here. Right, you gotta hold their hand.
All right, I get you. All right, I won't do it.
You already know my dig. Everyone like, yo, y'all doing this, bro? Like, yo.
But I just feel like
I'm gonna find you
on a lover. I'm not holding your hand. I'm gonna tell you what it is. You can feel with me.
You run the tight shit.
Hey, yo, we gonna feel together. If you feel me.
But there's physical things that we could do, like either standing close or standing in the eye or across the. There's so many other things that we could do.
I'm looking you in your eye. And we're gonna have a conversation.
Communication.
If that's not physical enough, then I don't know what else to say.
Communication goes a long way, man. There's so many things.
Communication is very important.
It is.
Very
now that
important.
I know, I'm not the spokesperson for it. I'm still bad at it.
Hey, yo, everything. I take every. You know what's crazy about me? All right, well.
With the self-love?
Yo, he brought the self-love.
Oh, go on. Yo, self-love for us, yo. Yo, self-love for us, yo. Show us how.
What I was going to say was, I take what people say face value. Whatever you say, I'll take it. But
and not go beneath the surface.
No, I'll go beneath the surface.
Okay.
I'll go beneath the surface. I'm waiting for you to tell me the truth.
Whoa.
Yo, this is why he running tight shit.
So wait. If someone tells you something, you believe what they say? Like, if they say something about themselves, like, this is who I am, or this is what I want, you believe them?
Yeah.
Oh.
I believe it.
I like that.
I believe it. but, you know, after doing my own research, if it ain't matching, I'm gonna ask you again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend the block.
Yeah.
But I understand a lot of times why words don't match action sometimes. There's a lot of, like, fear involved.
I think it's a feel of fear of following through. Because it's like when you say something, that's one thing. But it's like your actions is the follow through.
Yeah.
Your actions is like, oh no, they not playing.
Honestly, your actions is number one. I try to get people the benefit of the doubt, though.
Oh, so you,
I play the other side. Like,
yeah,
you know,
you
I'm
do
like,
first.
all right, cool.
You do
I'm
first
like, all right,
and then
cool.
say something later.
I'm like, all right, I hear you. All right, cool. I'll try to chill though. I'm like, all right. And then I'm like, yo, this ain't adding up. All right, let me just do something right quick.
Yo, you do something first and ask questions later.
Yeah, I understand the discrepancy of, like, people now, like how we want things, but, like, we're so far attached sometimes as well. Like we want them, but we just can't get there because we don't know how to put certain things aside, or we're scared of a feeling or fear of someone else or other things or trauma. There's, like, so many nuances that I understand about giving grace a lot more. And, like, just, like, letting people be who they are in general. Let them figure it out. You can't change anybody. You can't fix anybody.
Right.
Like, that's one thing I'm learning very much well.
I go in a lot of situations feeling like I can fix somebody.
Ooh. Wow, Mr. Self-Love? Wow.
Show them self-love.
Coming to the stage right now.
You know,
that was a really, like, that was honest as hell, bro. That was honest.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I do go into, like, you know, I hear you out. I'm like, oh, yo, we could change that.
Is that a form of self-love, like showing yourself that kind of honesty? What you just did right there, that was like very honest.
Hey, yo, I'm an open book, yo. I say that. Self-love.
No,
self-love. Brother self-love.
Hey, yo, brother self-love, yo.
Brother self-love.
What camera? Hey, yo, I love you.
Yeah.
I love you. And I'm talking to me.
Yo, they not like us, yo.
And I'm talking to me. That's
yo, can I ask you one question before we go to the adult moment?
Oh, man.
What's the significant change that you've seen in yourself since giving yourself more self-love?
I can't say patience because I had it a long time ago.
That was a bar.
Yeah.
That was a bar. Okay, Kendrick.
You know, I would say just, I don't know. And I'm going to keep it to self-love. I'm like, you know, I can call out something that's not right for me in the beginning versus where I would like try to fill it out and keep going versus just cutting it off. But, you know, now if I feel like it's not right, if I didn't do it purposely and like try to change the situation again 100%, I'll cut it off because it's not working. Yeah, I'll cut it off real fast. Hey, yo, like I'll cut something off after like giving it a try and it didn't work. But now if I just feel like if it all isn't adding up, then I'm just cutting it off from the beginning.
Yeah, shout out to the discernment on that one.
Hey, yo, maybe I might just miss out on my blessing sometimes, but shit.
Because you cut it off. But you are the blessing, though.
Hey, yo, if it's spin the block, then hey, spin the bliss.
Yo, take us to the adult moment, yo.
Oh, well,
that's on me. I'm sorry. Yeah, man. I wanted to give myself love. I was like, yo, I don't want to do it right now. And it's okay, yo. Yo, I'm going to do it, though. Yo. The adult moment is when we, like, ask a question to the cast and to the audience about something that's going to, like, make you think and, like, see what's really going on with your life. Like, have a conversation with yourself. So, the question is, what's something that you did that was self-destructive? Well, yeah, what's something that you did that you thought was self-destructive that you realized that is actually self-love? Or I asked the question backwards. What's something that you thought was self-love that was actually self-destructive?
Hey, yo, I got to answer that right now.
Yeah.
Or you can make Ego first. You are a guest, so Ego go first so you can think about it. Because you missed the self-love. You missed the self-love sometimes.
Brother love. So say it. So what was I doing that was self-destructive
that you thought was self-love?
That I thought was self-love.
Yeah.
Something that I thought was, I mean, honestly, the first thing that comes to my head is alcohol, I think. I didn't want to hear you. I didn't want to hear you say that because I love my alcohol. But like, it is what it is. So yeah, I think definitely is self-destructive. It is self-destructive, right?
Yeah,
it's self-destructive.
That you thought was self-love.
Yeah, but it's definitely self-destructive. You know, I'm not gonna say maybe I should stop because I'm like alcoholic now.
Yo, they not like us.
Yo, no, joking, but yeah, no, that probably is because you know when I think about it, just you know, this is probably the most unhealthy thing that I do is drink alcohol. I don't, you know, I watch what I eat a lot. Like I'm not eating cheese steaks and chicken wings every Friday and week, and I'm not, you know, I don't like. My body honestly really doesn't even like a lot of that food at this point. You know what I mean? So yeah, so it's definitely destructive, in that note. But I'm having a good time right now. So
yeah. I will say this, like you're like the way you've been working out, your veins are like, yo, they're coming in. Yo, I give you that. Yo, you've been eating healthy, drinking healthy. Like you've been showing yourself some self-love.
Some self-love.
Yeah.
It's not just physical.
Yeah, it's not just physical. Yeah,
I feel good.
Just one.
Yeah,
you feel good. When you feel good, you do good.
Yeah.
All right, man. It's like, I guess for me, like, I thought if I just kept everything from people or not tell people about things, I was like, yo, that was like self-love. Like, I'm keeping it to myself. No one can have it. I was like, oh no, nigga, you stupid.
Right.
No, like just the worst. Like I always say, this like the worst thing you could do to a friend is not ask them for help.
Yeah.
Like, cause like people love to be shown in a good light, and I realized I was taking that away from my friends, and I thought it was self-love, but it was so self-destructive because honestly, even though my like mental health diagnosis is some bullshit, it was probably one of the best things that ever happened to me.
Right.
Because it actually it pushed me and forced me to rely on people that I actually love, and the people that actually love me even more important.
And that's what you need. We need community.
Yeah. We do.
Everything comes full circle.
Yeah, community is key. Yeah. Yo, Mr. Mr. Self-Love,
brother, self-love.
On the All Adults podcast. Listening to 102.3.
All right, DJ Quiet Storm. Fuck out of here. So I think my answer to that was the communication part. So what I thought, it was very self-destructive. And I thought it was kind of like self-love because I'm like, all right, cool. Something to go wrong, I ain't got to talk to these motherfuckers ever again. I don't care. It is what it is. I was quick to say, yo, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. I walk around like, hey, it is what it is. But then when I really thought about it, because I always go back to, like, let's say at night, I'm laying down, I'm like, hey, yo, I didn't say this. I could have said this. I could have did X, Y, and Z. I don't want to go to sleep saying I could have did this.
Yeah.
So I want to say and do everything I was going to do in a moment that I was supposed to do it.
Yeah.
I will create that moment and say, yo, can we talk? To let me say what I have to say. So in a time, what was self-destructing for me because I just cut it off and not really talk about what I'm feeling.
Right.
And after that, I was like, all right, cool. I'm good because this person is not in my life ever. I don't got to say, it's nothing I need to do. But I was only hurting myself.
Yeah.
Because I was not forgiving a situation. I was just trying to forget it.
Dang, so that's the opposite of self-love.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's important because you also gotta get yourself out of whatever was kind of holding you down.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But you know, sometimes that's I feel like that was really messing me up because I was trying to just kind of cut it off without getting out everything I needed to say. Yeah. And then I'm sitting down, because I'll go back. I'll be like, yo, I could have said this. I should say this. I should say this. And I'm sitting there playing in the back of my head 1,000,000 times, but the moment is gone.
Yeah.
So,
it's true.
Now I try to be more upfront and say what I have to say.
Yeah.
I want to be looked at as timid because I ain't the fuck timid.
Anything but, bro. Yo, when people people say he was out, I was like, yo, they don't know the real. They don't know.
I was like, yo, do you know me? But yeah, I mean, it's there. You open it. Well, it's not even if you open the floor. I'm like, hey, yo, you want to have this conversation? If you don't want to have that conversation, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm still gonna say it though.
Yo.
Yo.
Unload on you though.
Yo.
Something.
John's the greatest.
Yo.
Yo, brother, self-love.
Yo.
Run a tight ship.
So this is what we're gonna do in the next season. We're gonna tell a story at the end, and people gonna tune in and say whether it's true or false. But I got a story about John.
Right now?
Yeah.
Yo,
this man is diabolical. So we at this bar. We had to be like 23, 22, something like that. So we at Manioc. We were like drinking, having a good time. John sees his bar. Yeah, it was Mad River.
Hey, yo, I love a good bartender.
Yeah. You already know what the story is.
Yo.
So we're like drinking, we're having a good drinks and stuff like that. John sees this bartender he likes. I'm like, yo, bro, chill. He brings over, he's like, yo, I like you.
And that's out.
And that's it for now on. I was like, okay.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
He said, and that's it.
So let out's happening. Everything's cool, whatever. We about to pay our tab. John reaches over the bar, grabs her by the neck, gives her a kiss, and says, yo, give me your number. She writes out her number, hand still on her neck, and passes it to him. And we leave.
Yeah, yo, on a tight ship,
And if you believe that story is false,
I do kiss her here.
this man is insane.
Yo.
So when John tells me I'm wild, I'm like, all right, now I'm acting normal.
Yo.
But when he do shit, he might got the same shit I got. Yo, man, for all of John, tell me your Instagram, yo. If you want anybody to follow you, don't have to.
Yo,
if you
you
want
can
to.
follow me. My Instagram popping. My shit like fire. Yo. But you know, I'm the. It's just John 9644. I know somebody tried to come at me because of 9644, but you don't need to know what that means. But it's, John 9644.
Yeah.
Yo, that's
Yo, man,
crazy.
it's your guy. Wordplay Jizzy, 2 E's at the end. You already know what time it is.
And it's me, E, _real E. And also make sure y'all follow For All the Adults on all platforms. We loved y'all.
Yo, man,
Thank
happy
you so
season.
much
Yo.
for the season,
Yo,
man.
real quick.
Yo.
For this summer, guess what
Right.
we're shooting?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We're shooting our sitcom.
Yeah.
We're shooting our
We got some
sitcom.
skits for y'all, boy.
Yo, Issa
tell
Rae,
you,
we're
yo.
coming for you. Yeah, this is gonna be on her level. I want her to be on one of these episodes. It's gonna be good. But tune into our episodes. It's gonna be on our Instagram, right? And our
Yeah, on
TikTok and all of that.
Instagram,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yo, just
YouTube.
follow the seasons
For
as
all
it come.
the adults,
Yeah,
man.
for
That's
all
on
adults, yo.
everything, on
Yo, it's
everything.
for all adults. It's for all adults, man.
See if you can find us, man. If you see us on the street, just say, "Hey, ain't you from the pod?" Like,
Yeah.
Say hi, cause we
Yeah.
outside.
Hey, tune in if you want to be on one of the episodes for the sitcom. And here we go. For all adults.
Bye, y'all.
All right.